Bomb on the bridge with a Tycon flow snap, vivid like the Nikon. Been cold but the vibe warm, keep it locked like the vice arm. They got her twisted like the coat arm, heart something froze like the snowstorm. Her tote bag match her throat charm. She from the land of the sand where they flex so subtle when her drink mint muddle. Left home and her man in the game that he played for the sand of the shade. She parades you to square in her shades. She like why you do that, niggas be deceptive. Young pretty restless, long as a check is addressed to a residence. She self-heal therapy, she beat 10 on clearance, but she shopping for clarity. Reap what she sold for the dividend. Know what time is a medicine, copping the wristwatch Cartier with the bezel on her credit. The man in hers where it's due. I swear she's so sadistic, defensive, pessimistic, reclusive. She too lit, independent. She too quick to dismiss courtship, concerned with malice. She pile up as the bout ends. She throws a talent. She clutch a half full chalice. Sip you from fountains. Check her rap. She chic, maneuver mountains. Fly away with you. Escape the negative. I'm just trying to let it fly away with you. Escape the negative. I'm just trying to let it. So girl, come on, let's fly. Girl, come on, let's fly. I let the thumbnail distract me from the bigger picture. Losing sanity to misplaced feelings. Real shit kept deep in her makeup bristles. Hotline blink, she sent 1,000 kisses. I just tripped, I sold 1,000,000 tickets. I'm way too focused on this image lately. My mind is racing, looking miles a minute. No time to slide, I guess I'm bad with distance. I never text you back, lately my thoughts they drifted around the shots to keep us all from losing who we are. We're products of a generation where we swiping left across the interfaces. Out my mind, I tend to be evasive. Yeah. All the notice how the money made us.
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another live stream. So before we get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers, and let's get it cracking, all right? Shout out to everybody that's in the building early. It's good to see you guys. Hopefully you can hear me okay and everything is looking good on the screen. If that is true, then please give me a thumbs up or a radiation emoji in the chat. If you're having difficulty hearing me or things are not looking right, give me a thumbs down or an angry face and I will try to fix it, all right? I'm going to shout out everybody that's in the building early. We got Brooklyn Queen in the house. We got Carlton Way in the building. We got DC Precise. Shout out to Miss Nisi. We got Alonzo Griffin in the building. Shout out to Hurricane IQ. We got Farouk Salam. Shout out to you, bro. We got Shamika Gray in the house. All right. We got Black Spider in the building. Shout out to Sybil. And shout out to David Brown. All right. What's good with y'all? Hopefully you guys are having a good day thus far. All right. And shout out to my man John Guillory with the ducats off top. Make sure y'all show him some love. Throw some ducks, flames, radiation emoji in the chat. Definitely appreciate it, bro. Shout out to you being the first stream sponsor in the building. So we're going to talk about your girl, Tiffany Henyard, because your girl, Tiffany Henyard, it just keeps getting worse. But before we talk about Tiffany Henyard, we got to talk about some other people. And we got to ask the question, what's wrong with these people? Shout out to Karen Dorsey. What's good with it? We got to ask the question, what's wrong with these people, man? What is wrong with them? Shout out to Miss Nisi with the 5 ducats. Make sure y'all show her some love. Throw some flames, ducks, radiation emoji in the chat. How many of you all have heard about these city council members getting into fights recently? This is like a recent phenomenon. Actual city council members squaring up, fighting each other. How many of y'all have heard about that? If you guys heard about that, give me a thumbs up. If y'all didn't, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to Katsy. What's good with it, Katsy? We're going to talk about this one first. Okay? We're going to talk about this one first.
Now to a City Hall face-off. Allegations of an alderman attacking another loomed over City Council today. 5th Ward Alderman Desmond Yancey accused Alderman Greg Mitchell of the 7th Ward of assaulting him. CBS 2's Andrew Ramos is live in our newsroom. And Andrew, this is the latest in what really appears to be some concerning behavior happening.
Oh, man, I just had to laugh real quick, man. Hey, if y'all haven't smashed the like button yet, please take a moment. Make sure y'all smash the like button. Shout out to you wherever you're watching at. If you haven't shared the stream wherever you're watching at, make sure that you guys please share the stream. All right, let's get it.
Happening within City Hall.
Alderman Yancey is calling this assault unprovoked, where he says it stemmed from a disagreement over an ordinance. And while both aldermen declined to discuss the allegations on camera with CBS 2, Mayor Johnson said the incident was unfortunate. As proceedings got underway in the City Council chamber Wednesday, Alderman Desmond Yancey of the 5th Ward was seemingly unfazed as he sat a seat away from 7th Ward Alderman Greg Mitchell, the person he says attacked him just a week ago. According to the explosive claim, Alderman Yancey said in a letter sent to his colleagues in the council that Mitchell's behavior was not only unacceptable, it is an indication that he is unfit for leadership. It all stems from a disagreement between the two men, where Mitchell opposed Yancey's South Shore Housing Preservation Ordinance, which addresses concerns homeowners have over being priced out in wake of the Obama Presidential Center's completion.
So they got some gentrification going on there. It's getting to the point where Chicago is getting so bad, it's getting so crazy, it's so out of control there that you now have the city council members squaring up with each other. Make it make sense.
It all came to a head last Thursday after the council adjourned, where Mitchell approached Yancey in a hallway, allegedly putting his arms around his head and shoulders, attempting to wrestle him to the ground. The two men were reportedly separated by security officers. Alderman Mitchell responded to the claim in a statement to CBS 2. "I did not assault him, and I have never assaulted anyone in my life. It's simply not my style," which is why we met for more than 2 hours to work through our recent disagreement.
Obviously, that I don't condone any physical altercation.
Look, now see, that's why they got Brandon Johnson blood pressure so high. He got he got the migrants acting up. He got the migrants acting up. He got the older people acting up. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Johnson, they gonna have him in the hospital again. Oh man, they gonna have him in the hospital again, man.
Hours to work through our recent disagreement.
Obviously, that I don't condone any physical altercation. I just hope that people can have real substantive dialogue around a host of matters.
Mayor Johnson addressing the incident after Wednesday's city council meeting. Just the latest example of concerning behavior from the council. CBS 2 cameras captured an incident back in November when Alderman Carlos Ramirez Rosa blocked a colleague, Alderwoman Emma Mitz, from entering the chamber to vote. That incident led to the alderman to issue an apology and step down as the mayor's floor leader. And from his role,
see, it's getting physical. It's getting physical up in Chicago. That's how bad it's getting up there. You know what I'm saying? That's how bad it's getting. It's getting real bad.
On the zoning committee. Yancey now calling for similar action to be taken against the accused alderman. The mayor says he still hasn't gotten the full story.
I'm going to have a conversation with both of them, over the next, 36, 48 hours, and just to get a better understanding of what went down.
Now, we did get a...
Hey, do y'all notice how when it comes to Brandon Johnson, in any situation that goes down ever, he never has the full story? He always is without the full story. Shout out to Carla. What's good with it, Carla? You guys notice that? BJ is always, that's interesting that his name is BJ. You know what I'm saying? BJ is always without the full story. Oh, man.
A chance to speak to Alderman Yancey at today's meeting, where he told us off camera that he thinks the whole incident is stupid. Now, adding that a private meeting was scheduled for today that will address what happened between the men. Reporting in the newsroom, I'm Andrew Ramos, CBS 2 News.
All right, so there's that. All right. So, yeah. We got the so we're about to check out this next incident between these two city council members. And this is going to be very interesting. Okay? This is going to be very interesting. And shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys watching. We got 24 people watching and we got 26 likes. If everybody could take a moment, smash that like button and get us to 30, that would be wonderful. How many people heard about this? This took place between two Riviera Beach council members. How many people know where Riviera Beach is? Give it to me in the comment section if you know where Riviera Beach is. Now, I want y'all to watch this. I want y'all to pay very close attention to this, okay? Pay very close attention to this. How many people have heard about this situation here? If you heard about this situation here, give me a thumbs up in the comment section. If you have not heard about or seen this situation, then give me a thumbs down. This is ridiculous. But these are the quote-unquote politicians. These are the quote-unquote leaders. These are the quote-unquote professionals. These are the people that will get in front of a camera and talk cash money nonsense to and about you or I while sitting up in an office wearing a suit and tie, looking like and acting like this. Watch this.
The new video shows the two council members face to face. Then an incident report from the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office says Councilmember McCoy makes contact with Lawson's face with his pointer finger extended.
Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? That's what they doing out here. What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that?
The new video shows the two council members face to face. Then an incident report from the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office says Councilmember McCoy makes contact with Lawson's face with his pointer finger extended. Lawson then puts his stuff on the table. In the video, it shows Lawson pushing Mayor Ronnie Fielder and a security guard to get to McCoy. Then the two go out of the camera's view. But the incident report from the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office says
Hey, did you see the mayor? The mayor tried to break it up, and then like old boy was too rowdy, and he was like, "All right, I'm just putting my hands in my pocket, man. Forget it. Forget it."
two council members face to
Now,
face.
the thing that I want y'all to pay very close attention to is wait until they show the full picture of the guy that mushed him in the head. Just wait until y'all see the outfit homeboy got on. It looked like it's a regular business suit, right? But just wait, just watch.
The new video shows the two council members face to face. Then an incident report from the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office says Councilmember McCoy makes contact with Lawson's face with his pointer finger extended. Lawson then puts his stuff on the table. In the video, it shows Lawson pushing Mayor Ronnie Fielder and a security guard to get to McCoy. Then the two go out of the camera's view. But the incident report from the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office says a witness, Walter James, describes what happened next between Lawson and McCoy.
Like lifted up off the ground, or
not lifted up, I guess.
held up by his shirt collar.
by his blazer.
The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office also released multiple body camera interviews during their investigation.
You do desire prosecution?
You can have a conversation and have a discussion and disagree, but don't put your hands up.
The incident report from the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office says Douglas Lawson told police his doctor found that his cornea was lacerated. According to the report, Lawson uploaded medical paperwork, but the diagnosis is redacted. Lawson also originally told police he was trying to keep the peace.
I grabbed him by the shirt collar and held him because there was no security or police in the area. There was one older security guard, but just for...
Hey, what would y'all have done if somebody did that to you? What would y'all have done if somebody did that to y'all? Let me know.
protection, safety of myself, I had to hold him.
But the surveillance video we received shows Lawson push two people out of the way.
Sir, good to see you, my friend.
The deputy told Councilmember Lawson he found probable cause to charge both him and Councilmember McCoy with simple battery. Body camera video shows the reason for the deputy's decision.
Because your reaction to essentially almost picking him up off the ground and throwing him to the side is a battery on him. And your reaction, yes, was in reaction to an assault, but it was under control.
So both of these individuals are getting charged with assault. So this is what they got out of this.
And you pursued Mr. McCoy back into that car.
Body camera footage caught his reaction to the news.
Do you have any questions?
The two would eventually sit in a room with attorneys where they declined to press charges against one another. Lawson, in a statement, says the video shows Mr. Lawson was not the aggressor, and Mr. McCoy should seek help for his anger issue. We also reach out to
So now y'all can see the full video. Have you ever seen anybody wear a blazer and shorts? And as you guys can see now, the guy that got mushed in the face, they're trying to say that he has an anger issue.
Patrick McCoy, who told us he didn't see the video and told us city administration promised it would not get released. Less than an hour later, city attorney Dawn Wynn asked us to not include the video in this news report, arguing it's confidential because it would show the security system used at Marina Village.
See?
The new video.
Hold on real quick. See who dresses like this? See, he got shorts on and a sports blazer. You already know you're working with somebody that ain't got sense. You already know that you're working with a dangerous individual that does not have sense if you're wearing a sports blazer and shorts. That should have been the first clue. You know what I'm saying? You can tell a lot by the way somebody is dressed. You know what I'm saying? So now we're about to get into your girl, Tiffany Henyard. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about her for quite some time. We're going to talk about her probably for the rest of the live stream. All right. She got a lot going on. How many people heard about there's an investigation into her for a possible attempted deletion of one of her critics? If you all heard about that, give me a thumbs up. If you guys didn't, give me a thumbs down. There's rumors that she went and got some pookies to go light up a critic's house. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk more about her spending. We're going to talk about how her security detail police officers deleted 2 individuals and they got found. They had a settlement to where I believe $22 million is supposed to be paid, and she won't pay this family of these people that her security detail deleted. Okay. She's been closing down businesses, more businesses than the last time we talked about her. So now my question for everybody is, what creates a Tiffany Henyard? What creates a Tiffany Henyard? How does a Tiffany Henyard, quote unquote, manifest itself? Where does it come from? Real quick, shout out to everybody that's watching. We got 34 people watching and we got 34 likes. If everybody can bang on that like button and get us to 50, that'd be great. Shout out to Miss Nisi. Miss Nisi said modern woman. Yeah, facts. She definitely modern. Big facts. Big facts.
The grown-up thing would be for her to resign. Just get out of here, leave town. But she's not going to do that. You have disgraced this entire village and also disrespected each and every one of us.
In a special board meeting tonight, Dalton trustees voting to investigate controversial Mayor Tiffany Henyard. This comes as we have learned federal agents are investigating her and allegations of corruption.
Our Elizabeth Matthews was inside that heated board meeting. She's live in Dalton. Elizabeth.
Scott and Don, one trustee saying tonight that this is their last resort, their last dance. They cannot continue to stand by and see millions of dollars wasted. Tiffany Henyard didn't show up in person, but she was brought up in conversation and a vote.
Motion passed for resolution number 24-002, calling for investigation of Mayor Tiffany Henyard.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, this woman who was in the beginning of this video and the woman right here with the glasses on, clapping, I believe that that's the individual that it's alleged that this corrupt piece of crap, degenerate, non-accountable human piece of garbage attempted to get deleted. Mayor Tiffany Henyard is a criminal, and somehow she became mayor. It's not a somehow, though, because somehow she became mayor. So the question that we got to ask is, how did she become mayor? First and foremost, how did she become her? Second of all, who were the people that put her in power, and why did she get put in power? Those are the questions that we got to ask. Now, see, I hate to say it, but you won't see a lot of people diving deep into a situation like this, talking about Tiffany Henyard, because when it comes to the Tiffany Henyard situation, there's going to be a lot of stuff that gets brought up that a lot of people don't like to talk about. But when you just continue to avoid things that people don't like to talk about, that's how you get situations like a Tiffany Henyard continuing to repeat and continuing to have a repeated cycle. I've said this before. I'm going to say it again. I'm not here to gaslight anybody. I'm not here to be anybody's best friend. This is not the place to come to if you want a motivational speech. You know what I'm saying? None of the above go on here. You know what I'm saying?
The 4-trustee majority voting unanimously to call for an investigation into Henyard and what they say is the misuse of funds.
The Board of Trustees has repeatedly asked for financial information that we feel is entitled and has been denied that information. So we feel that we need to get intervention from somebody that can force this kind of action.
Who are you asking for that intervention? What bodies?
We're asking the FBI, State's Attorney, Attorney General, and Cook County Sheriff's Office.
Henyard became mayor in 2021, and for at least 2 of the 3 years, Fox 32 has been reporting on allegations of corruption in her capacity as mayor and Thornton Township supervisor.
Now, here goes the question. How has she been allowed to continue to be employed during this entire time? Who's allowed that? This is what happens when you have a bunch of people that just sit back and don't do anything, and all they do is just watch things happen. This is what happens. And then things get to a tipping point, and then it's all of a sudden we got to do something about it. All of a sudden we got to do something about it. Well, when you take an observer's role, you get observer results. When you take an active participant role, you influence your own results. Would you guys agree? If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. It's hard to directly address things like that because accountability deflection mechanisms are in place to where if you bring this kind of stuff up, everybody has a bunch of nonsense, deflections, and shaming language to talk about. Because it's not just Tiffany Dalton. Or I'm sorry, it's not just Tiffany Henyard. Shout out to Antithesis. What's good with it, bro? There's people that built her up, and there's people that are around her, and there's people that maintain her being able to be in office, and people that's running cover for her. And the very thing that Tiffany Henyard did when she was going around in the city council office trying to shame everybody to get everybody to be quiet, that's what you see in a lot of these YouTube cult circles. When people start talking about stuff that makes people uncomfortable, they try to start doing shaming language because they don't have an intellectual response to deal with what they're being charged with. And you know how I feel about if you don't have the intellectual tenacity to be able to defend yourself. You either defend yourself or you flatline. Either way, the world continues to turn and nobody cares. And that's the bottom line, for real. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Win, Lose, or Rug. What's good with it, bro? That's the bottom line. And a lot of people don't like that being the bottom line. And nobody cares what anybody doesn't like. How many people think that there's anybody in the world or anybody in the universe, for that matter, that actually gives a care about what any one of us thinks? Because there's so few people that care about what any one of us thinks, we have to be the people who solidify and make what we think permanent and make what we think law. But there's not a lot of people coming off the assembly line that are built, sturdy, and durable to be able to weather the storm, to be able to do that kind of thing. These people are weak. Weak people create people like Tiffany Henyard, and weak people sit by and get bullied by people like Tiffany Henyard, and weak people put people like Tiffany Henyard in office, because how you could see strength in a scared little girl like that is beyond me. It's beyond me. You so big and bad, you got to have police detail. If you were so big and bad on your Gucci belt, you would have a Bowie knife and a Desert Eagle and walk around by yourself if you was that big and bad, but you're not. But people buy into it. People buy into it. And they buy into it because they're hopeless. You can either be hopeless, or either you can make something pop. You can make something happen. Regardless, the world turns. You know what I'm saying? The world turns regardless. It's not stopping. It's not waiting for anybody. You know what I mean?
Concerns have led to trustees calling special meetings to get things done.
This meeting is an attempt for this legislative board to save Dalton.
They voted on items including asking for receipts for the mayor's trips and getting keys to Village Hall.
This has been a stain on our community. It's no way that we should be locked out of a place where we pay taxes.
Residents in attendance approved.
Look at this. Look at this. This village of Dalton, it seems like it's majority black. Right? My question for everybody is, who's pulling this woman's strings? Shout out to Sybil. Who you talking about, Sybil? What's that lady's name? Nunez. What was it? Her last name was Nunez or something like that. Eve. What was her name? I know exactly who. The one that they caught talking about black people on the hot mic. She the same way, except for she don't talk about black people on the hot mic. She talk about black people on the live mic right in front of everybody. Oh, you talking about the lady that got the gang member to shut that lady down at the cookout or at the barbecue or whatever. That lady in California. Yeah. I know you're talking about. I did a video on her too. Didn't nobody watch it, but it's all good.
Approving of the board's stance.
This has to stop. She cannot continue to intimidate and gangster her way through this.
We're not giving up because we refuse to let Tahoe Tiffany take our community.
Damn.
I did reach out to the mayor.
Yeah, and they got a nickname for her. They call her Tahoe Tiffany. They call her Tahoe Tiffany. Now, if you said something like this and called her Tahoe Tiffany on YouTube, you would have all of the female empowerment content creators coming after you. But those same female content creators haven't done anything to get one video from these mainstream media outlets removed. So now that's one of the things that we have to deal with is the hypocrisy of that. Shout out to you, Sybil. I appreciate you checking that video out. You know what I'm saying? All of the female empowerment content creators on YouTube, if this was just you making a video about this, it would be you're deflecting, you're doing this, you self-hate. Do the FBI self-hate? What about these people right here? The female empowerment content creators will sit there and say that it's a black male patriarchy that's trying to attack this victim. Do this look like a black male patriarchy? Do this look like a black male patriarchy? I see one black man here. And you know what else I see? I see a bunch of black male business owner victims to this nonsense. That's what I see. And I also see a bunch of black male simps surrounding her like she's Cleopatra. And they're supposed to be fighting crime. They better get used to walking because of her leadership. The police cars are about to get repossessed. So now why, if you make a video that discusses information that's come out in investigations and information that comes out on the news, you'll have a bunch of female empowerment content creators only targeting your content? Why do we have that out of control epidemic? The reason why we have that out of control epidemic is because that epidemic has been allowed to become out of control. That's why. You know what I'm saying? That's why.
A place where we pay taxes.
Residents in attendance approving of the board's stance.
This has to stop. She cannot continue to intimidate and gangster her way through this.
We're not giving up because we refuse to let
Yeah, that's facts. Shout out to Carlton Way. Carlton Way is not lying. And then she'll circle the block and get their leader channel deleted. Carlton Way says some sisters online will call Karen on you and she'll come and get your channel deleted. And then she'll circle the block and get their leader's channel deleted. Then you sitting there looking real stupid, like Tiffany Henyard. They'll call Karen on you to get your channel deleted, and then she'll circle the block and take your leader out. And then you sitting there looking stupid like she is.
Tahoe Tiffany take our community.
I did reach out to the mayor for comment tonight. I didn't hear back from her, but through a PR company, I did hear back from the village administrator, Keith Freeman. He says in a statement, quote, "This is just another example of a few trustees in the village of Dalton spreading lies and false allegations. These are the same trustees that cut the public safety budget by $3.8 million, eliminate."
Now, this is what I want somebody to do. I need somebody to justify everything that Tiffany Dalton has done. I need somebody to justify it. I need somebody to tell me how it's right. And I need somebody to tell me how she's not responsible for any of it. Those are the three things that I need desperately right now. I need those things desperately. So please, somebody help me out. Real quick, shout out to everybody watching. We got 41 people watching. We got 40 likes. If everybody can bang on that like button and get us to 60, that'd be great.
The bond for garbage removal and have charged over $5 million in frivolous lawsuits that the Dalton taxpayers are stuck with the tab. The residents deserve better than this circus. Now, if the mayor vetoes this resolution to investigate herself, if she decides to veto that, the board tells me they will override her veto. Live in Dalton, Elizabeth Matthews, Fox 32, Chicago.
So again, this is a whole hot mess. This is a whole hot mess. You know what I'm saying? So I've reacted to this dude before. There's a content creator named Actual Justice Warrior. Actual Justice Warrior is a racist WS content creator who is a what they consider a quote unquote race realist. He believes that black people are evolutionarily inferior to other groups of people. He believes like Stephen Molyneux that the red pill of reality is that black people are low IQ, low impulse control, prone to criminality. Basically, a lot of the American conservative, American Republican type tenets, which is one of the reasons why they cite crime statistics all the time. However, one good thing about people like this is when you're looking for an individual that is amongst your own ranks that is creating issues. These people are hyper focused on black people. So you can get all the information that you need compiled into one nice package, which is what we got here. So we're going to use his video. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to take a look at what we got going on. Shout out to Carlton Way. Carlton Way says Actual Justice Warrior will not say that to a brother's face. Yo, he didn't even say that to that Emma from what's the name of that show? What's the name of that podcast? He didn't even say none of that stuff to Emma's face when she was on Tim Pool with him. You know what I'm saying? All of these dudes are clowns. You know what I'm saying? All these dudes are clowns in one big circus. You know what I'm saying? However, he did put together a good compilation of Tiffany Henyard's nonsense. But I mean, it's really kind of difficult with as much nonsense as she's produced to not put together a good compilation of it. But he brings up a good point that I'm going to segue into from his video. So let's check this out. Oh, and by the way, he's one of those AI-friendly YouTubers that actually gets people and new viewers that can be exposed to his content and subscribe. So he's got sponsorships that we'll have to, you know what I'm saying? We'll have to scroll through and all that. You know what I'm saying? You could be a YouTuber like me who's been on YouTube for about 4 or 5 years and, you know, your channel just doesn't grow. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, despite the fact that you edit videos and post consistently and use tags and all of the things that you're supposed to do. According to people like O'Shea Duke Jackson, though, you know what I'm saying? Like people like me just don't work hard enough. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? People like Actual Justice Warrior are hard workers. Actual hard workers. You know what I'm saying?
Mayor in the village of Dalton. I never thought in a million years that my team, the team that I ran with, including Allison Key for the clerk, would sit here and turn on me the way y'all did right, a week, 2 weeks into taking office. That showed me that you guys would have been planning, plotting, meeting. People already been snitching on y'all this entire time. It's sad.
Welcome everyone. My name is Sean, and today I want to talk about the situation involving the super mayor, Tiffany A. Henyard, who is the mayor of Dalton, Illinois. She also sits on the Thornton Township Board of Trustees, 2 positions that net her nearly $300,000 in income, and this allegation from one of her political opponents that the super mayor tried to murder her. No, I'm not kidding about this. This is actually what's being alleged, and we're going to get into it.
So did you guys hear what he just said? And he had the headline here from the New York Post on there, and we're going to be looking at that. Yeah, see, shout out to Win, Lose, or Rug. Win, Lose, or Rug said, I was just thinking that I watched one gang video and now I get them recommended nonstop. I watch your videos and live stream and it's not the same. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you got to make it make sense. Yeah, she's doing both of those positions, getting paid $300,000. Now, here's the thing. I don't have a problem with the pay. That's the issue that the PC people have, is that the PC people still believe that black people should be working for free because that's the American way. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have a problem with the pay. However, I have a problem with the fact that she's not doing her job, so she shouldn't be getting that pay. Anybody that works should get paid. You see, the issue that Sean here has is that he believes that if you're not white, you shouldn't get paid. My issue is, if you do your job, you should earn your pay. Very different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to Win, Lose, or Rug. You see what Win, Lose, or Rug said? They pushing these gang videos in my algorithm like crazy, and it's nothing but gang banging. Stuff of nothing importance. Yeah, which is crazy because I just recently released 3 videos on a Venezuelan gang called El Tren de Agua. You know what I'm saying? And they're not pushing that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Carla. Carla said she's looking for the Couch 2024 merchandise. If you click one of those, if you click any of the merchandise, it should take you to the Teespring store, and the Teespring store should give you the option to where you're able to view the Couch merchandise. Or if you watch one of the old videos where the Couch merchandise appeared, you should be able to click on one of the old impressions of the Couch merchandise, and it should come back. Shout out to Val. How you doing, Val? And real quick, shout out to everybody watching. If you guys haven't hit that like button, help me out. Hit that like button.
Talk about this situation involving the super mayor, Tiffany A. Henyard, who is the mayor of Dalton, Illinois. She also sits on the Thornton Township Board of Trustees, 2 positions that net her nearly $300,000 in income. And this allegation from one of her political opponents that the super mayor tried to murder her. No, I'm not kidding about this. This is actually what's being alleged, and we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. But before we do, I want to thank everyone who signed up over at actualjusticewarrior.com/join.
All right, so we're going to go past Anna Kardashian. Let me see.
And she has driven both the Thornton Township and Dalton, the city of 20,000 people, into millions upon millions of dollars in debt. And one of the more recent scandals that I did not make a video about is the fact that she's giving away $1 million in Dalton, even though, again, this town of 20,000 people with a median income of $25,000 is somehow $7 million in debt under her watch. But we got to go a little bit back to a previous scandal, one of the initial scandals involving the super mayor, and that was her hiring a sex offender to work in a position where the sex offender would go into people's homes.
Now, how many people knew that she did that? If you guys recall, I did a video about that. Do you guys remember? If you guys remember, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't remember, give me a thumbs down. Yeah, we definitely talked about that. So now here's my question. Who would approve of somebody hiring somebody like that? Who would approve of somebody hiring somebody like that? Make that make sense. And she's just okay with it. Yeah, facts. Facts, Win, Lose, or Rug. They were all recent. Yep.
About 20 Dalton residents and a couple trustees protest outside Village Hall today, furious after a Fox 32 investigation.
Now, again, we're sitting up here talking about how the female empowerment content creators will come after you. They'll come after your channel. But look who the majority of the people are who are outside. And then also you got clown dudes on YouTube that sit there and say that females don't hold other females accountable. But who's the majority of these people that got the issues with Tiffany Henyard? Who's protesting? So again, it's just a bunch of people on YouTube that live in a fantasy land, whether it's the men or whether it's the women. You got the men that sit there and say that the women don't hold each other accountable when you have a majority woman protesting against this woman mayor. But those same dudes that sit there and say that, the same dudes that say that women don't hold other women accountable and claim that they don't like modern women, like Tiffany Henyard, when ain't nobody looking, they'd be dirty macking on her. They'd be dirty macking on her. Because most dudes are simps. And most dudes' fear is dying of dry dick, instead of actually prioritizing important shit in life. Now you got to go back and then ask the question, what makes a person like that? What makes a person so pathetic that that's what you're motivated by? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Who creates these people that grow into 45 and 50-year-old adults? Yeah, they trying to hit Tiffany. Facts. And I ain't talking about with a fist. They trying to hit that, and they ain't worried about none of this. Matter of fact, they'll tell these other women to go home. If Tiffany said, you know what I'm saying? Tiffany be like, yo, I'm gonna throw it back on you. You know what I'm saying? If you get rid of all this static I got out here, some simp will run out and do that and then go watch a Kevin Samuels live stream. Because most of these people are not worth anything. Most people on the planet are not worth anything. You know what I'm saying? They'll do that. It's just a matter of time. Matter of exposure. I bet you Tiffany Henyard's DMs look crazy. I bet you they look crazy. How many of y'all think that Tiffany Henyard's DMs look crazy? If y'all think that Tiffany Henyard's DMs look crazy, give me a thumbs up. If y'all don't think that they look crazy, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Win Lose a Rug said, I seen a dude ask a female streamer for his super chat money back. Let me ask y'all a question real quick. We got 48 people. If somebody super chat somebody and they super chatted that money to Google, how the hell is the content creator supposed to reimburse the person that made the super chat? Can anybody explain that to me? Anybody watching in the comment section afterwards on the replay, hashtag replay gang, please explain that. If somebody says, I'm about to send you a super chat, you know what I'm saying? And they send me the super chat. They don't send me the super chat. They send Google the super chat. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get the super chat. Google got the goddamn super chat. You know what I'm saying? And then turn around and sit in the comment section and demand for somebody to get a super chat back. I can't. I never got it. We don't get paid until the 21st of the month. But you got actual people in the comment section that say insanity like this. Shout out to Wave. What's good with it, Wave? Make sure y'all show Wave some love. Throw some radiation emoji in the chat, some ducks, flames. Wave says, keep up the good work, sir. Hey, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Third stream sponsor. Make sure y'all show him some love. Now, if somebody sent a Cash App, right, that's a different story, or a PayPal, but Super Chat, we don't even have access to the money until they pay us all in one payment. We can track it. We see it in the analytics, but you can't. There's no way that like I can go in the back studio and just press the refund button to like refund somebody a super chat. Like you can't do that. You got to take that out of your own money if you were to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy that people don't know how that works. That's correct. You don't need to be, if you don't know how a super chat works, you don't need to be sending no super chats. Don't do it. It's the same like if you don't know how to drive a car, you don't need to be putting no keys in the ignition, right? Oh man. Hey, shout out to Carlton, and shout out to Stephen Nimley too. What's good with it, bro? Carlton said, I'm gonna need this super chat back, sir. Oh man, Carlton, you got me up here messed up, bro. I don't know what to do. Oh man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Don't give them carte blanche to go into different people's homes.
Now, the reason we're referencing this particular scandal is because
I gotta show some love to my man Win Loser Rug. Make sure y'all show Win Loser Rug some love. Throw some flames, radiation emoji in the chat with the 5th stream sponsorship. Definitely appreciate it, bro. My man Win Loser Rug says best streamer on this hating ass platform. Yo, I appreciate that, man. I humbly appreciate that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Start of this alleged assassination attempt actually stems from this particular issue, because one of the officials that was actually a whistleblower on this and led a protest in order to get this guy fired and actually push for the recall election of Tiffany actually is the victim of this alleged assassination attempt. This is a woman called Valeria Stubbs, a retired member of the Cook County Sheriff's Office, who again has had enough of Tiffany A. Henyard. And
so did y'all read this? That's up here. It says a vote. Now, we'll be going through this when we look at this article, but it says a vocal critic of embattled Mayor Tiffany Henyard believes that her home was sprayed with bullets at the behest of the official during a bitter feud between them last summer. 2 cars belonging to tenants of former Dalton trustee Valeria Stubbs, a retired member of the Cook County Sheriff's Office, was riddled with at least 9 shots last July. She hit him up 50 Cent style with 9 shots. The rage, she believes, stemmed from her public attacks on Henyard, who has been accused of plundering the debt-ridden Illinois town's coffers to pay for lavish travel, dinners, and personal indulgences. Asked if she believes Henyard, 40, was behind the shooting, Stubbs didn't hesitate, and it's probably going to say didn't hesitate to go ahead and say, yeah, she the one that did it. Yeah, absolutely. That exactly, Win Loser Rug. That could have been somebody's grandmother. And on top of it, you know, she was a member of the Cook County Sheriff's Office. You know what I'm saying? Like a long time, you know, member of the city, working in the capacity of serving the city. It's like, wow.
Member of the Cook County Sheriff's Office, who again has had enough of Tiffany A. Henyard and wants her out of office, and is actually using her political power, her political influence in order to rally people against her. So much so that that recall election against Henyard actually did succeed in voting her out of office, but unfortunately it was declared unconstitutional by a Cook County judge. And by the way, this lady has some commentary on that particular judge.
So now, did you guys see this, right? Now there's always going to be somebody that'll sit there and say, well, they need to do a recall. They need to do a recall. Do you all see what happened when they did the recall? Did you guys hear what he said about what happened when they did the recall? So now, if you ask me, in addition, right? In addition to Tiffany Henyard being under scrutiny, the judge who reversed the recall should also be under scrutiny. If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. The judge who shot down the recall needs to also be under scrutiny, because this is nonsense. Now, this is exactly what I'm talking about when I tell you guys, people like Charlemagne will sit there and say that Donald Trump is a threat to democracy. Isn't this democracy breaking down right here? This is what I've asked multiple times. Isn't this prime example of democracy breaking down? Now, if we're going to talk about this in terms of political parties, what political party is this where democracy is failing? They can't even get this unsatisfactory elected official out of office because she has corrupt judges on the take to block people, and she has pookies at her behest shooting up her critics, allegedly. So now my question is, if Charlemagne the God thinks that Trump is a threat to democracy, right? Okay, let's stack up all the people that are threats to democracy and talk about all of them. How is somebody that's going to get your house shot up and get the recall thrown out not a threat to democracy? How is somebody like Brandon Johnson, who stops people from being able to go into the alderman chambers to be able to vote on city resolutions, how is that not a threat to democracy? How are these things not threats to democracy? So this right here, based on all of these things, these are the things that I'm using to make my case to tell you guys, any of these people that sit there and claim that they're worried about a threat to democracy are not even examining actual failures in democracy. And when it comes to the actual failures in democracy, the majority of them directly, as far as involving people in the political process, are coming straight out of Democrat cities. Democrat cities are inviting people that are undocumented to work in the capacity of government positions. They're inviting them to have influence over the government, blocking out people who are documented American citizens. It's happening in Democrat cities. Tiffany Henyard is a Democrat. And just imagine if there were more mayors like Tiffany Henyard all over the United States, and they trying to run Kamala Harris as the presidential frontrunner for the Democratic Party. Hell to the no.
Influence in order to rally people against her, so much so that that recall election against Henyard actually did succeed in voting her out of office, but unfortunately it was declared unconstitutional by a Cook County judge. And by the way, this lady has some commentary on that particular judge.
The protesters are also calling for the departure of former Cook County Circuit Court Clerk Dorothy Brown, whom Henyard hired as a village administrator, making $100,000 a year, despite numerous scandals and an ongoing federal investigation into bribery under her county tenure.
Dorothy Brown.
So this judge is corrupt. How many people knew that this judge was corrupt? So the corrupt mayor hired a corrupt judge to make sure that she has her back. Y'all see what's going on here? It's a whole corruption value chain going on here. You guys see this? It's a whole corruption value chain going on here.
Need to go back to the city of Chicago. Dorothy Brown is bringing Dorothy Brown tactics out here in the village.
So after it was revealed that Tiffany A. Henyard's friend was a gang rapist, he was convicted of that gang rape, and she hired him without the approval of the Board of Trustees in Dalton, and the public got to see it, he had to be removed from that position. But Tiffany allegedly, according to the allegations from Valeria Stubbs, was not happy with this, and on multiple instances, she showed up to Stubbs' home in order to intimidate her into backing down and stopping the criticism of her. However, that did not work. So Stubbs ended up having instances where shots were fired and hit property that was owned by her.
You see that?
Down and stopping the criticism of her. However, that did not work. So Stubbs ended up having instances where shots were fired and hit property that was owned by her. In fact, 2 vehicles owned by Valeria Stubbs ended up having bullet holes in them. Her home was fired upon, and all we have as evidence for who possibly did this is this particular vehicle from this still image from the surveillance video from some kind of camera in the area that sped off right after the shooting. So
they didn't see the people that ran to the bullet or that ran to the SUV, because there was 2 people that ran from behind the house from the SUV in the video right there. Did you guys see that part? How many of y'all saw the people run from behind the house into the SUV? Yeah, it's wild. That's wild. They got this female mayor out here acting wild. You know what I'm saying? And nobody's saying anything because you can't criticize a woman. Can't say anything about a woman. You serious? This nutcase out here getting people shot up like they do. You know what I'm saying?
We have a situation where somebody who is a former official living in Dalton has had enough of the super mayor, has had enough of Tiffany A. Henyard. She decided that she was going to fight and try to get.
Now you got a bunch of people out there that'll sit there and say that all of those people who are on the city council and all of those people who are having issues with her, you know, all of those the woman who got her house shot up, you got people that are trying to silence them by saying that they're off code for complaining about this woman. Well, shout out to Hurricane IQ. Hurricane IQ said she's like a drug lord. That's why she dressed up like Nino Brown. Y'all remember the pictures of her dressing up like Nino Brown? People tell you exactly who they are, and when they tell you who they are, believe them. Believe them.
This sex offender pulled off of this regulatory position, this inspector position, led a protest in order to do so, and she was a key figure in the recall campaign against Henyard, and all of a sudden, she was victimized by gunfire in her vehicles and at her home. On top of that, Henyard knows exactly where she lives, and the reason why is because she's repeatedly showed up to the property around this period of time in order to threaten and menace her, and in a particular instance, when the super mayor showed up to her door and she wasn't home, her rage could not be contained to the point where she actually started knocking on the doors of the neighbors, demanding to know the location of Stubbs so that she can get at her. She was described as enraged, angry, and all that. And considering this is somebody who is a criminal herself, she was arrested in the city of Chicago for breaking into vehicles about 5 or 6 years prior to.
So look at this. Just so now you guys know that's the picture of her on my thumbnail right there from her mugshot. She's a female and she's going around breaking into cars, man.
And all that. And considering this is somebody who is a criminal herself, she was arrested in the city of Chicago for breaking into vehicles.
How did she get into the office? How did she get into office? Now, here's the thing, right? What speaks the loudest is when you look around the YouTube streets, when you look around Twitter and look at everybody who's not talking about this lady. That tells you everything that you need to know. It's the hypocrisy for me. It's the hypocrisy for me. Yeah, facts, DC. You cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. You can't make it up. She had a $1,500 bond. She the mayor. This is when she was 33 years old at this point. Breaking into cars. What you breaking into cars for? That facts. If you guys agree with win, lose, or rug, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. Win, lose, or rug say a lot of women don't call this out because they stay on code. Facts. shout out to Deneen. Wait a minute, she's a criminal. She's a smooth criminal like Michael Jackson. She's a smooth criminal. Tiffy, where the money? Tiffy, where the money? Where the money? Tiffy, where the money? Tiffy, where the money? Where the money? Tiffy, where the money? Where the money? Where the money? Tiffy, where the money? Where the money? Where the money? Ah, Tiffy, are you okay? Are you okay? Oh, man. You've been hit by a federal probe. You've been hit by reality.
About 5 or 6 years prior to her being elected mayor, prior to her being the head of the Thornton Township Board of Trustees, you know that she has some criminal affiliations, not to mention the fact that she actually hired a legitimate criminal. On top of that, Henyard has an excessive police detail that she's well overpaying in order to have control over that detail. And the former police chief, the one that was opposed to her, was ousted, fired, again, without the approval of the trustees, and she inserted a puppet in her position. So it's no surprise to
Hey, instead of it saying she's a smooth criminal, it'd be like, she's a known criminal. She's a known criminal. Shout out to PD that remains. What's good with it, bro?
Me that they were unable to find the suspect behind the shooting because A, the police are spending a lot of time, money, and resources surrounding Henyard and being her own personal detail, so there's not enough cops on the beat, and B, the police are in her back pocket, so if something maybe happened to an enemy of Tiffany A. Henyard, maybe that's not such a big problem for all of these officers making all this overtime pay that they would not normally make under a normal administration. On top of that, Tiffany A. Henyard has made it absolutely clear that the black people that attack her, those people are actually not really black, they're race traders, and they should let her steal and loot the treasury, take lavish vacations to Vegas, fly first class to all these other cities, rack up bills, and charge it to the taxpayers, unless they want to be labeled as race traders.
And that's what I'm tired of. We got to sit here and do these speeches every board meeting, being here to 10, 11 o'clock at night. Ain't even got to the gym because everybody want to say they little sideways stuff, and then now we got to sit here trying to remember what y'all saying and then say something back just to tell the residents or show them that we are doing what's right. Because y'all got false narratives out there, and y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman.
What do y'all think about that? Shout out to DeAndre. Make sure y'all show DeAndre some love. Throw some liking forces in the chat for DeAndre. Also, if you guys haven't smashed the like button, please take a moment, smash that like button. If you guys haven't shared the stream from wherever you're watching at, make sure you guys share the stream. How many times do y'all hear people say stuff like that? If you don't think the way that they want you to think, if you don't say the things that they want you to say, somehow you're not black. Your blackness is in question. She's not the only person that uses this tactic. Listen to this.
That's what I'm tired of. We got to sit here and do these speeches every board meeting, being here to 10, 11 o'clock at night. Ain't even got to the gym.
She's the one in the wrong. She's done everything wrong in the situation. She's done every single thing wrong in the situation. But because anybody dares to say anything about it, she feels that she has the authority to be able to qualify you for your blackness versus if you're not black. She's not the only one that uses this type of tactic. She got this type of tactic from somewhere. Where'd she get the tactic from? Where'd she get it from? Who's she hear doing that? Who'd she see doing that? Facts. Shout out to PD that remains. SBE all day. Copious amounts of SBE. Yeah, facts. Shout out to Soul's Muscle Pain. Soul's Muscle Pain said, I dealt with that a lot. When I grew up in the hospital, they told me don't turn on your own color when I knew they were doing wrong. Y'all, shout out to Carlton. You remember when I said that this woman was a walking YouTube talking point? She's your walking YouTube talking point. So now let me ask you guys, everybody always asks those questions about, the toxic manosphere, you know what I'm saying, videos and the incels and all that. And anytime there's like an incel mass shooter or something like that, everybody tries to indict the content creators. So now my question is, what about some of these female empowerment content creators? Do they need to be placed with a RICO statute investigation when it comes to dealing with some of these corrupt modern female politicians? We got Nuri Martinez out there in California. We got that Griselda lady that Sybil was talking about, and now we got this one here. Because the first thing, anytime somebody does something violent, they try to attribute it to a male content creator and say that this male content creator made them do it. So now you got to ask yourself a question. When you got a modern woman up here doing modern shit, all of these female empowerment content creators that attempt to shame and silence anybody for criticizing a woman, when you got somebody in power, do they need to share the charges? Facts. I got to agree. Shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Win Lose a Rug said SBE for her stands for shaming, bullying, and exploitation. Facts. We got to ask that question. You know what I mean?
Because everybody want to say they little sideways stuff, and then now we got to still try to remember what y'all saying and then say something back just to tell the residents or show them that we are doing what's right. Because y'all got false narratives out there, and y'all should be ashamed of y'all. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman. That's
Why should anybody be ashamed of themselves because they black? Do you guys notice how any of these people that always try to use this type of tactic to silence people, they try to present themselves as so pro-black, or they try to present themselves as so all about empowerment, but the very thing that they claim that you don't love yourself about is the very thing that they use to try to shame you. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You're black. No, I don't need to be ashamed of myself because I'm black. I'm perfectly confident with who I am because I'm black and everything that comes with it. She's not the only person that does this. This is clown behavior. And it's prevalent not only in politics, it's prevalent on YouTube. It's prevalent on Twitch, TikTok, TV. A lot of Democrats, Michael Eric Dyson, this idiot Mark Lamoist Hill, who just recently debated Destiny. Destiny got him on the thumbnail calling him a pro-Palestine journalist. Pro-Palestine. Okay, Mark Lamoist Hill. You idiot. The goofiness has got to stop. These people, shout out to these people in Dalton. They're doing the right thing. They're dragging this lady through the mud as she should be, and they're getting her up out of the paint. Shout out to them. Shout out to those people on the city council that are getting rid of this menace to society, this scourge to their town, this former car thief, or whatever the hell she was doing. It's unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable. And what's even more unbelievable is that you got people that are trying to hide this. Yeah, I gotta agree, Val. If you guys agree with Val, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. Who's protecting the people from Tiffany Henyard. Tiffany Henyard is talking about protection and this, that, and the other. And you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tia. What's good with it, Tia? Who's protecting this city from Tiffany Henyard? You know what I mean?
Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on
This kind of stuff right here. This is why I don't buy into that nonsense. Because people like her, people like this lady right here who attempt to abuse stuff like this, they make you have to ask the question, well, if you're sitting up here saying this and using this as a tactic, how do I know somebody else ain't? I make my own judgments. Because I heard this stuff too much. I heard too much of this nonsense. And not just from her. I know what the hell I've been my entire life. You know what I'm saying?
these speeches every board meeting, being here to 10, 11 o'clock at night, ain't even got to the agenda. Because everybody want to say they little sideways stuff, and then now we got to sit here trying to remember what y'all saying and then say something back just to tell the residents or show them that we are doing what's right. Because y'all got false narratives out there, and y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman.
Now, I want to know to the other people, because there's other people in that community, non-black people. I want to know where she got on the microphone and started screaming at the Asian people. Y'all Asian. Y'all Asian. I want to see where she started screaming at the white people. Y'all white. Y'all white. Y'all white. I want to see where she did that. Do y'all think that she did that? Now, here go my question for y'all. If y'all think that she did that, give me a thumbs up. If y'all don't think that she did that, give me a thumbs down. And if you don't think that she did that, my question is, why she wouldn't do that? If you're gonna sit up there and cuss at everybody else and tell everybody else that they black, I'm about to sit back and grab my popcorn while you do it to everybody else. And honestly, that anybody that uses shaming language on any black person directly to their face in public like this, if you're not talking to other groups of people like that directly or publicly in their face, man, I ain't got no holler for you, man. People can say that I'm off code or whatever they want to say. I don't give a shit. You're going to sit there and call black people out like that? Go now. I'm waiting for the pendulum to turn, and you better do the same thing with white people. You better do the same thing with Asians. You better do the same thing with Latinos. You better do the same thing with Arabs. If you ain't doing it, I ain't trying to hear you. You know what I'm saying? You can say whatever the hell you want to. You can say whatever the hell you want to, and I'm going to say, did you say that to them people yet? Get the hell out of my face with it. And I would encourage people to do the same. If you're not poking your chest out at other people, talking crazy like that, man, I ain't listening to you. You know what I'm saying?
Empowered. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. All the stuff that y'all did to get people to come to our community, to just diss and down our community. Shame on y'all.
Now, by the way, there was actually another instance where Tiffany Henyard showed up to her place when she actually was home. She was banging on the door, acting all crazy, acting all irate, and then Stubbs opens the door. And
you see what this says right here? Henyard and her team did not respond to calls for comment from the Post on Monday. Soon after, Henyard posted a bizarre video of herself. She posted this. Tiffany Henyard herself posted this video. She posted a bizarre video of herself personally shoveling snow from Stubbs' driveway. This is what it looks like when you pull up on your haters. A smiling Henyard states, guess what? I'm there for all my haters. Doesn't matter because I'm the mayor of all of Dalton, the good, the bad, the ugly, and even the hateful. I mean, this is just childish. This is just childish, man. She lucky she ain't do no stuff like this in the Castle Doctrine state. You know what I'm saying? Somebody would have put her out of her misery because she's definitely miserable. Now, that lady who she pulled up to quote unquote shovel the snow for, that was the lady that got her house shot at.
She's like, what the hell are you doing here on my property? And Henyard, which I believe was an obvious intimidation tactic, said, you called the city because you wanted us to clear the snow from your area. So
see, you see what she did? A child. You called the city, so I'm going to show up and really, you're an adult. But at the same time, she's a criminal. An active and former criminal.
On our community. Shame on y'all.
Now, by the way, there was actually another instance where Tiffany Henyard showed up to her place when she actually was home. She was banging on the door, acting all crazy, acting all irate. And then Stubbs opens the door and she's like, what the hell are you doing here on my property? And Henyard, which I believe was an obvious intimidation tactic, said, you called the city because you wanted us to clear the snow from your area. So I showed up personally, which is very weird and very odd, especially considering that there would be assassination attempts on this particular critic of Tiffany A. Henyard. And
see? And again, like I said, we got a lot to cover. We're gonna get there. We're gonna go through it. So she showed up to shovel the snow at this lady's house, who is the lady that ended up getting the house shot at. Okay. And real quick, shout out to everybody that's watching. We got 60 people watching. I appreciate each one of you guys. If you all have not smashed the like button yet, please take a moment, smash the like button. Also, if you guys have not hit the bell, please take a moment and hit the bell. We got 60 people watching and we got 62 likes. If we could try to get the likes to 80, that would be great.
By the way, this is speculation. This is the opinion of Valeria Stubbs. She believes that it is Henyard behind this, and I would be inclined to disbelieve the speculation if I didn't cover a story of another corrupt mayor in California who actually used a...
Now, shout out to Sybil. Sybil, is this is who you're talking about right here, right? This lady right here, the one that sent the gang member after this woman right here while they was at the barbecue? It was on camera. It was on camera. She went up to a gang member and said, go tell this lady shut up. Basically. So you got the male city council members and the male politicians fist fighting in the lobby and in the hallway and in the chambers, and you got the females acting like modern, spoiled, narcissistic brats. Make it make sense.
Gang member, a convicted felon, to threaten and intimidate a critic of hers. So this kind of attitude is very prominent.
So again, you guys see who all is doing this, right? Remember, Charlemagne keeps attempting to tell people that he's worried about a breakdown of democracy. We're literally watching democracy break down. And when has Charlemagne the God reported to all of his millions of subscribers that have him such a high priority that the White House is watching everything that he does and giving him emails and stuff? When is he going to cover any of these local politicians who are actually threatening the democracy of their constituency? Is that ever going to happen? And real quick, shout out to DeAndre. Make sure y'all show DeAndre some love for being a like enforcer. Throw some like enforcers in the chat.
In areas that are overwhelmingly Democrat. On top of that, Tiffany Henyard has shown that she is completely unstable.
Everybody got a grandstand on their point. And then when I say something, now everybody got to say something back. When I give everybody the flow, say whatever y'all want to say. Y'all got the flow.
Why would somebody not say anything back? Think about this. She's literally upset because somebody said something back. You think that you're just going to say something and nobody's going to say anything? I said something. Now everybody got to say something back. Yeah. See, that right there tells you that she's anti-conversation. She's Tiffany anti-conversation Henyard. And a lot of these people, she got her entire swag from a lot of these female content creators on YouTube. The female content creators on social media are responsible in part for this woman's embarrassing behavior and for her destroying her career. Female content creators on YouTube and on TikTok made her believe that she can be a complete idiot and not have to deal with any consequences. Content creators on TikTok and YouTube told her that all she has to do is just throw out that people are black and that people will shut up, even though we won't. But now my question for you guys is, all of those content creators that she got her talking points from, do you think that when she's either sitting in jail or when she's jobless, you guys think that they're going to support her? Shout out to Win, Lose, or yeah, this is not the year of the Tiffany. How many people opened up a fortune cookie and when they pulled out the little piece of paper, it said year of the Tiffany for 2024? Did that happen for anybody? It didn't say that on mine.
This kind of attitude is very prominent in areas that are overwhelmingly Democrat. On top of that, Tiffany Henyard has shown that she is completely unstable.
Everybody got a grandstand on their point. And then when I say something, now everybody got to say something back. When I give everybody the flow, say whatever y'all want to say. Y'all got the flow. You don't got to respond after me. Y'all forget I am the leader. They want to hear from the mayor. If y'all ain't learned that yet, the mayor, not.
You are also a criminal. People forgot about that. You are a criminal. There's a mugshot on file of you because you are a degenerate breaking into cars. A woman. You know, you'd expect like shoplifting and things like that for a woman. Nah. You're using your claws to break locks off of cars. You know what I'm saying? Like, you steal a little bit of something from, Victoria's Secret, or, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. Like, okay. You sitting up there biting the lock off of a car, chewing electric wires of anti-theft systems. Come on. Oh, man. Shout out to my man, Cutthroat Nash. That's facts. That's facts. Cutthroat Nash says not much difference between Tiffany and the brick lady. Not much at all, except for Tiffany threw bricks through windows of cars, except for at her own head. That's the difference. Tiffany threw the brick. She threw it through the window of the car. So she was probably a brick lady too. She was just throwing them through windshield and passenger side windows and then hot wiring the cars and driving them bad boys away. She went from Grand Theft Auto to the mayor. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Grand Theft Auto Dalton edition.
Completely unstable.
Everybody got a grandstand on their point. And then when I say something, now everybody got to say something back. When I give everybody the flow, say whatever y'all want to say. Y'all got the flow. You don't got to respond after me. Y'all forget I am the leader. They want to hear from the mayor. If y'all ain't learned that yet, the mayor, not the trustees.
Yes, she is the leader. I want everybody to hear this. She is the leader, leading this city down the toilet into a state of being bankrupt. Would you guys agree? If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down.
They don't do nothing. They only run their mouth. Y'all don't do no work. No work. That's my issue up here. So everybody that made a statement that said all they do is work, that's all they do is work. Anybody that know me, I am a workaholic. We work nonstop. We in this village till 11, 12 o'clock at night when y'all sleep, when y'all at the bars. Y'all, I'm sick and tired of y'all not doing y'all job. Name one ordinance that y'all did that benefited the people. One. Y'all can't name one, right? Because
she did everything. She did everything. Everything. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Cutthroat Nash, 6th stream sponsor. Make sure y'all show him some love. Throw some radiation emojis, some flames in the chat. Cutthroat Nash says not much difference between her and the brick lady. Facts. She was throwing bricks through car windshields in order to hotwire cars, and the brick lady was allegedly throwing bricks on her own damn head.
every ordinance y'all ever made was beneficial to you guys as trustees, to y'all attorneys, to y'all. But nothing.
Hey, shout out to John. John put $2 in the vending machine and he won his money back. Oh man, shout out to John with the 2 ducats, man. Make sure y'all show him some love. Throw some flames, radiation emojis, ducks in the chat. John says super chat refund, Griff. Run me that refund, bro. That's hilarious. What you want $5 back? You want 5 on it?
For the people.
Completely insane in a multitude of ways.
But everything we do for the people. But we under attack. We getting scrutinized in the media. For what? Loving on the people, showing them that they matter to us. We going through the fires for y'all. We, us, me and my administration. So don't y'all ever talk to them like that. Don't y'all ever tell them that they was told what to say. Because they don't. They got minds of themselves. And they all educated up here. All of them got degrees. Stop it. Stop with the disrespect. We're going to end that right now. Stop. We elected. Not them.
So maybe actually going and doing a gangster move by trying to have one of her critics intimidated and taken out is something that is not beyond her. I mean, nothing has shown that Tiffany A. Henyard would face any consequences for her actions. She's been allowed to loot the treasury. In fact, she was appropriated money recently in order to pay off the police cars, and that money is missing.
In yet another shock to Village of Dalton trustees, a letter falling on their desks dated February 14th.
So you guys remember when we were talking about how the police cars was about to get repossessed? Apparently, the money from the police cars that was going to be paid has now vanished into thin air. Shout out to Lunch. What's good with it, bro? It's now vanished into thin air.
Representatives from Kansas State Bank threatening to repossess 13 Village vehicles, saying more than $76,000 is overdue and climbing.
The Board of Trustees approved payment in May of 2023.
But where that loan payment went that was due 9 months ago is anyone's guess.
At the end of the day, vendors are not being paid. Board approved it. The vendors are not being paid.
How about you be a good leader, bring RFPs to the forefront, so not just us, but the residents and everybody else in America know how the money is being spent.
And now those vehicles are on the cusp of being repossessed, and an executive is obligated by law to spend the money where it's appropriated, yet there is no talk of criminal charges related to this. Now, I am super hopeful that eventually we'll get a DOJ investigation. I'm super optimistic that eventually the FBI will raid her, because I would just love to read through the court documents related to all the different various crimes in the lengthy case that could be compiled against this woman, because
this is ridiculous. This is loving on the people. Right, Countdown. Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Make sure y'all show Brooklyn Queen some love. Throw some flames, radiation emoji, ducks in the chat for Brooklyn Queen with the $5 super chat. Definitely appreciate it. She says she had to get elected by using her criminal past as her ministry, succoring people like she's changed. And then she gets into office and she's actually evolved, not changed. She's evolved. Shout out to JD Informant. Facts. The actual dust ball. The actual dusty warrior. You know what I'm saying?
Because she's completely absurd, insanely corrupt, and eventually something's got to give. And I say this as someone who has been on this for a very long time, who has entertained you guys with these stories, who actually profits off the craziness of Tiffany A. Henyard, that enough is enough. Like, this woman has to go to prison. This woman has to be investigated. She has to be removed from office, because no matter how bad that would be for my channel, not being able to cover her, it's worse for the residents of Dalton. It's worse for the Thornton Township residents as well. Now, like I said,
now, mind you, these are residents and people that this individual here doesn't care about unless it somehow fits the narrative of what he's trying to talk about that particular day. You know what I'm saying?
Everything about this attempted hit on this critic is all speculation. It's all stuff that is coming from the victim in this particular scenario. And unlike the other cases that I've covered that are definitely, clearly, and obviously, in my opinion, corruption and illegal, I think this one is a little bit more open to interpretation. So I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you believe that this woman had her car and her home shot up by somebody who is acting on behalf of the super mayor? Or do you think it's just a coincidence? There was a shooting at an AutoZone in Dalton just last week. So sometimes things like this tend to happen. There's nothing to see here. Don't worry about it. It's just coincidental that when she started criticizing the super mayor, that she was being harassed by the super mayor, and then somebody came and did a drive-by shooting on her place and hit 2 of her vehicles, because, you know, that's just normal and not odd at all. Again,
all right, so you guys can answer those questions for me as well. All right, so I know you guys saw that in-screen element that he had at the bottom of his screen, talking about how there was retaliation and a quote-unquote bar was shut down after Fox 32 reported on Tiffany Henyard. We're going to look at a video that discusses that. We're going to look at a couple videos, and then we're going to get into some articles.
Someone seen you go in there, and in 2 hours after your story airs, that police are at both of these establishments.
Now, mind you, right, 2 hours after the story airs, the police are at both of the establishments, right? What do you guys think happened? What do you guys think happened here? There's so many stories of this woman refusing to renew people's business license, refusing to pass permits for people who are political enemies of hers.
Someone seen you go in there, and in 2 hours after your story airs, that police are at both of these establishments.
More controversy in South Suburban Dalton. 2 popular bars shut down by police just hours after the owners talked to Fox 32. A village trustee also says it's because they're not financially supporting Dalton's mayor, Tiffany Henyard.
Here's Dean Plaka with the latest on the corruption investigation.
Is it coincidence or retaliation? Both of the Dalton bars that were raided and shut down last night, we visited the day before as part of our ongoing investigation into allegations of political corruption in Dalton.
They just rushed in here, put police at the front of the door like they was doing a raid on a drug house or something.
A team of Dalton police officers raided and shut down Pablo's Bar and Cafe and Rinky's Bar and Cafe, both located on Sibley, about a block apart.
Everything going peacefully, nothing going on. It's like 10 police cars came in, and they started pushing customers from here. And he said, if you don't leave, we're going to lock you up.
Now, that was the police simp patrol of Tiffany Henyard. The police simp patrol. She got a whole army of Umar Johnsons getting out the car talking about freeze. You're under arrest because you hurt Tiffany's feelings. Arrest, and she's just sitting up there. Arrest them all, y'all. Arrest them all. Arrest every single one of them. Arrest them all. Arrest all of them. And if they got any scrimp in the fryer, give me all the scrimp. Who's the bigger threat to democracy? Y'all looking at it right here. You can't even have a business and criticize this lady, or else cops running up in your business, breaking your arcade machines, knocking the faucets off of your draft dispensers. She's leading what exactly? This is a clown. This is an actual clown with its face painted.
Employees and owners say it's part of an ongoing campaign of harassment by Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard that is costing jobs and money. Their business licenses have been stripped by Dalton, but they've continued to operate with a state license.
I have like over 23 employees. They work from the local township. Now, end of the day, all the employees, they're going to lose their job.
It's ridiculous. We all have mouths to feed. We all have kids. They're not giving us no explanation.
On Monday, we visited both Rinky's and Pablo's to ask about allegations their licenses were being held up for political reasons. Then last evening, we broke the story that FBI agents have questioned at least a half dozen.
Hey, how many of y'all ever kicked it at a bar like that? How many of y'all ever been to a bar like that? If y'all ever kicked it at a bar like that, give me a thumbs up. If y'all ain't never kicked it at a bar like that, give me a thumbs down.
People, including business owners, a former Dalton employee, and an elected official, as part of an investigation into Mayor Henyard. Less than 2 hours after our story aired, police raided the 2 bars.
Someone seen you go in there, and in 2 hours after your story airs, that police are at both of these establishments.
Dalton trustee Tammy Brown says she believes the raids are meant to send a warning to others not to talk. And she believes there's a reason so many Dalton businesses are having trouble getting their licenses renewed.
I'm sure that they were asked to make a donation, and most likely they didn't make a donation. So you don't get a chance to stay open if you don't pay the Queen's ransom.
Tomorrow evening, there will be a special...
Hey, you see this lady? This lady right here said it, not me. DeAndre said dive bars are beneath me. That's hilarious. Man, I'll be kicking it at a dive bar all damn day. I was looking at that bar right now, like, man, I'm finna I'm finna go kick it on Saturday. Man, when you go to the bar and the female security guard look like Missy Elliott, you know what I'm saying? You know you about to have a good time. Look, that's about to be fun right there. You about to get lit. You know what I'm saying? They about to have some good food. Y'all don't know how to kick it. That's the stamp of approval right there. When you walk up and the security guard, guard taking the money look like Missy Elliott, you already know it's about to be lit. It's about to be lit. Oh man, so they got another little video talking about this. We about to see real quick if this is because this might be the same video. Sometimes they just put a different thumbnail on them and it's not the same, or and it's the same video. So we'll see if it's not the same video. But let's see. Yeah, see, y'all been at a spot where it's a lady that's like 6'5" and she looked like Missy Elliott. She either looked like Missy Elliott or she looked like what was that lady name that used to sing with Missy Elliott? Nicole, I think her name was. She had the bang over her eye. Those and female bodyguards that did, man, they'll do you worse than a male bodyguard will. That's how you know you about to have a good time, though. They got them good drinks. That's when the bartender take a shot with you. They let you smoke in the bar. You know what I'm saying?
Well, more controversy is brewing in South Suburban Dalton.
So last night, police shut down 2 popular bars. One trustee says the reason? Because they're not financially supporting Dalton's mayor, Tiffany Henyard. Our Dane Placco has more.
Is it coincidence or retaliation? Both of the Dalton bars that were raided and shut down last night, we visited the day before as part of our ongoing investigation.
Hey,
allegations.
Hey, shout out to DeAndre. DeAndre said the pool table be unlevel facts. I thought you ain't know about him.
Corruption in Dalton.
They just rushed in here, put police at the front of the door like they was doing a raid on the drug house or something.
A team of Dalton police officers.
Oh, okay, it's the same video. They just rearranged a little bit of stuff. Oh yeah, so look, this is what they did. They put the beginning at the end. Look. Remember, this part was at the beginning in the other video, so they put the beginning at the end. So what ended up happening next is now the trustees have approved an investigation. Yeah, Mr. King, go kick it, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, kick it responsibly and all that. But yeah, man, go. It's Friday. You know what I'm saying? It's Friday. Today is the day to do it. Oh man, let's check this out real quick.
A special board of trustees meeting in Dalton tonight in hopes of getting real work done.
Fox 82 has Lauren. The federal agents are in town and interviewing witnesses as part of an investigation. Elizabeth Matthews is there with what we know this afternoon. Elizabeth.
Yeah, guys, we're here at the Dalton Park District for this special board of trustees meeting because the trustees, some of them say they don't even have a key to be able to get inside of Village Hall. The Legislative Council.
How do you not have a key? This woman, Tiffany Henyard, is such a dictator. She got it where these people are not even able to get into the city hall because she has full control of the keys. Come on, man. Seriously? Really? You that much of a control freak? This the type of bar that have wet t-shirt contests, but the people that will be involved in the wet t-shirt contest, you just really wish they wouldn't participate. You look at the flyer like, oh, they having a wet t-shirt contest tonight, and then you look around and be like, they shouldn't have this contest at this bar. This ain't the place for no wet t-shirt contest. How about this? Let's have the who can keep their clothes on all night contest. Let's do that one. And if you stay fully dressed by the end of the bar, you get this $300 on your way out. How about that?
counsel for the Board of Trustees says they're holding the special meeting just to get things done. As you know, Fox 32 has been reporting on allegations of corruption in Dalton surrounding Mayor Tiffany Henyard for a couple of years now. The Board of Trustees, 4 of them, holding the special meeting tonight, calling for a conflict of interest with the village prosecutor when it comes to also representing the village in multiple lawsuits. The board will also try to approve invoices, ask for receipts from Mayor Tiffany Henyard's Las Vegas junkets, ask for keys to access the village hall, and finally call for an investigation into Mayor Tiffany Henyard.
They do this quite frequently because she won't put anything on the regular meeting agenda that the trustees want. So they have to call a special meeting to keep the village going with regular business instead of the monkey business that's going on. So we can't have it at the village hall. She won't let the trustees in the village hall.
How do you not let the trustees in the village hall? See, I want y'all to sit back and think about that. How, again, every element of not having democracy. So she's locking the people out. Yeah, and I agree, PD, that remains facts. Poor choice, poor choice of words, facts. She's making it to where the people can't even get in. And then she'll sit there and say that they're not doing their jobs. Make it make sense.
This meeting happening at 5:30 tonight here at the Dalton Park District, the Amber Room on South Evers. It is still unknown if Mayor Henyard will show up. Live in Dalton, Elizabeth Matthews, Fox 32, Chicago.
Now, let me ask y'all this. What do y'all think is going to happen to her? Do y'all think that anything is going to happen to her? Is there going to be any consequence whatsoever? Critic of Illinois Mayor Tiffany Henyard believes embattled politician ordered shooting on her home. It shouldn't be dangerous to oppose a politician. But in Dalton, Illinois, it is. A vocal critic of embattled Mayor Tiffany Henyard believes her home was sprayed with bullets at the behest of the official during a bitter feud between them last summer. 2 cars belonging to tenants of former Village of Dalton trustee Valeria Stubbs, a retired member of the Cook County Sheriff's Office, were riddled with at least 9 shots last July. The rage, she believes, stemmed from her public attacks on Henyard, who has been accused of plundering the debt-ridden Illinois town's coffers to pay for lavish travel, dinners, and personal indulgences. Asked if she believes Henyard was behind the shooting, Stubbs didn't hesitate. Absolutely, she told the Post. Now, let me ask you guys this question here. Do you all think that it helps her case that she has those pictures where she's sitting up there dressed like Nino Brown? Do you think that that helps her case? If y'all think that that helps her case, give me a thumbs up. If y'all don't, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to Miki Che. Y'all black. If y'all don't vote for me, y'all ain't black. This is a playbook for evil authoritarian dictatorship. Facts. But if you listen to Charlemagne the God, he's not concerned with any of this, right? He's not concerned with any of this. Now, am I sitting here saying that Republicans will be the ultimate form of democracy where everybody has equal representation? No. But what I'm saying is that we got full-fledged dictatorships going on of people who are involved in the party that Charlemagne says, put a blindfold over your eyes and just check off these boxes and vote for these people and then don't expect nothing back. Shout out to AB Promotions. AB Promotions said, I don't want no problems with her. Oh, man. She don't want no. AB Promotions don't want no problems with her. Shout out to you, AB. Make sure y'all show AB some love. Throw some radiation emoji and some flames in the chat. The 9th stream sponsor, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all killing it with the $1.99 super chat. Man, she's crazy, man. Stubbs said Henyard has personally menaced her home several times prior to the incident, the first during a snowstorm last winter. So this is Valeria Stubbs right here. This is her. At the time, Stubbs had accused the mayor. Now, so again, the reason why I keep showing this, she's not trying to I want y'all to pay very close attention, right? This black politician is not bullying and attacking non-black people. Who are all of the victims that are being attacked by her? Who are all the people that she's shown aggression towards? People are so on code, you know what I'm saying, that they just looking the other way at what this lady is doing. We're not going to talk about it. Like, okay. You know what I'm saying? But she's doing the Roland Martin stuff. You know what I'm saying? She's doing the Tiffany Cross stuff, the Joy Reid stuff. But she untouchable, though. She's affecting people's businesses, getting people's grandparents shot at, allegedly. Not renewing business contracts. She's literally locking people out and blocking people out. Literally locking them out. You know what I'm saying? At the time, Stubbs had accused the mayor of registering a SO, as you guys can see right there, as the village code enforcement officer. The amount, think about that. She registered. Tiffany Henyard hired a registered sex offender, get this, as the code enforcement officer. You cannot make this up, man. So she got the pervert to be the code enforcement officer. Henyard and her team did not respond to calls for comment from the Post on Monday. Of course they didn't. Soon after, Henyard posted a bizarre video of herself shoveling snow from Stubbs' driveway. She's probably shoveling it in some stilettos. How many of y'all want to bet she's probably shoveling the snow either in some stilettos or some red bottoms? She has some Gore-Tex red bottoms on, shoveling the snow. Then she says, this is what it looks like when you pull up on your haters. A smiling Henyard states, guess what? I'm there for all my haters. It doesn't matter because I'm the mayor of Dalton. The good, the bad, the ugly, and the hateful. Do you guys notice that she just can't stop saying that she's the mayor? She just can't stop saying that she's the leader. And yet the only thing that she's doing is leading this city into disaster. Does she have to remind herself repeatedly that she's the mayor? As much as she reminds herself that she's the mayor, you'd think she'd start doing her job since she's so proud of her title. Would you guys agree? I mean, as much if you just reminded yourself, I'm a cashier. I'm the cashier. You know what I'm saying? I'm the cashier. Listen here, y'all. I'm the cashier. I take the money at the front of the store. I'm the cashier. You'd think that, you know, you'd remember to do the cashier duties. I'm keep reminding myself, I'm the cashier. What do you do? I'm the cashier. What do you do? I take the money. So now it says, clearly confused, Stubbs emerges from her home and appears briefly on camera. Henyard, she said, told others that she had called the village to have the snow cleared. I never called her to come, she explained. She was just harassing me. I went to the next board meeting and told her to stop lying. Several months later, after an unsuccessful recall effort. So again, people need to really examine what ended up happening with that recall. Stubbs helped to organize. Henyard again came to her property with an intimidating caravan of police and city workers. So she had all of the big, muscle-bound, empty-brain simps following behind her. She had a bunch of brainless brutes following behind her. She had a brave band of brainless brutes. And see, that's the problem. That brave band of brainless brutes, they're part of the problem too. Those are the enforcers. Those are the simp enforcers. And there's so many simp enforcers. And the simp enforcers are, some of them wear dashikis. Some of them got dreadlocks. You know what I'm saying? Some of them got tattoos all over their face. Some of them are politicians like Michael Eric Dyson. Simps are dangerous and they facilitate danger happening. Everybody knows somebody that got deleted or harmed by a simp baby dad. She tell him to do something, that simp chip activates, and he goes, and there's not even no questions. The eyes turn red, and then the simp just like a remote control just does what he's told to do. Some of them got beards. Facts, Black Spider. Shout out to Katsy. Make sure y'all show Katsy some love. Being a part of the green team for 11 months. Definitely appreciate you, Katsy. Make sure y'all show her some love. Throw some flames, radiation emoji, ducks. I need to make, when we get enough members to put some more emoji, some more membership emoji, we need to make we need to make a simp enforcer emoji. What y'all think? How many people want a simp enforcer emoji? If y'all want a simp enforcer emoji, give me a thumbs up. If y'all don't want a simp enforcer emoji, give me a thumbs down. Simps are diverse. Facts. Joe Biden is a simp. He's a simp. He's an older white man. Simps have DEI. They have diversity, equity, and inclusion. Oh, we need a lot. I think we need maybe like 24. We're in that realm of where now we got so many members. We got to get like big chunks of members now. Now we got to get like 24. You know what I'm saying? That's because they got that shit. They got that simp chip instead of the brain. Black Spider. They have a circuit board in there wired into their head instead of an actual organic brain with nerve tissue. And what happens is the woman that they simping for, or whoever it is that they simping for, because Black conservatives have an activated simp chip too. They just simp for WS. So as soon as something happens, their simp chip activates and they start SBEing all over the place. Please, baby, please. Black people, why you gotta act like this? Please, baby, please. Look at white people. Look at what Black people doing. Why y'all gotta act like this? Please, baby, please. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That PBP is a crazy drug. That please, baby, please, that's a crazy drug. You got LSD, you got PCP, and you got PBP. Please, baby, please is a hell of a drug. And you can get paid a lot of money for please, baby, please, and if you do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? She had a whole caravan. She had a migrant-sized amount of simps behind her. Imagine how many undocumented bros videos that I've done, and y'all have seen all of those migrants at the southern border of the United States just lined up like like they said on Fox News, lined up like a family of ants headed towards a popsicle that melted on the ground, except for it's the southern border, right? She had that many simps walking behind her, taking up the street. People was looking out their window scared. What's going on out there? Make it make sense. Several months later, an unsuccessful recall effort. So she felt threatened after they tried to get her out of there. She said, "Oh, they trying to take me out. I'm about to surround myself with the most competent of simps." So she went to the police station. She went to the garbage to the garbage department. She went to the fire department. She went to the construction civil engineering department, and she found all of the top simps at all of those businesses, and she chose them for her own personal detail. She chose them for her own personal detail. It's like little pawns on the chessboard. I heard that they're going to make new chessboards with simp pieces on there instead. You know what I'm saying? So she came with this simp army to this poor woman's house. And she said, "I wasn't home. They rang all the doorbells." So she had the simps. She told one of them to take the back. One of them go around the front. One of them go on the side. Roger, Roger. You know what I'm saying? So she had the house surrounded by simps. Are you in position? I'm in position. Ring the doorbells. They all rang the doorbell at the same time. She wasn't home, and the tenants called and told her that there was all these people outside. So her house was surrounded by simps. So then she called Henyard, but Henyard didn't answer when she called. She probably wanted to know why all them simps was outside. What you got all these people outside my damn house for? Yeah, don't worry. I'll save you. I'll save you. They didn't let her walk anywhere. You know what I'm saying? They carried her to all of her destinations. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Stubbs again went to a board meeting to confront the mayor during a public comment session. "I wanted it on to record this woman was trying to come to my house and harass me," she said. "I told her not to come to my house again under any circumstances." 2 months later, Stubbs woke up around 6:30 a.m. to a barrage of gunshots. She went outside, comforted a shaken bystander who had been waiting for a bus at the time. Stubbs later went to the back of her home and saw two of her tenants' cars strafed with bullet holes and shell casings on the ground. A video recorded by a neighbor's doorbell camera captured the shots, showing two men running from the scene, jumping into a white car, screeching off. Stubbs says she believes Henyard was behind the incident. Henyard said she was probably talking crazy. Look at this, y'all. Watch this. Watch this. Hold on real quick. We're going to show them who run these streets. They want to sit up there in these city council meetings and question me. We're going to show y'all who run these streets. Go on over there, put some bullets on over there in their house now. Go ahead. And don't drop them cell casings neither. Oh, I'm going to tell on y'all. Shoot their ass. She was probably in there. She was probably on the phone. Shoot their ass. I ain't hear nobody screaming. Shoot their ass. Make it make sense. The simp chess piece. Facts. Win, lose, or rug. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I think this is her with the Nino Brown stuff on. Mayor Tiffany Henyard once dressed as fictional drug kingpin Nino Brown at a board meeting. Why do y'all think that she dressed like Nino Brown at a board meeting? She wore this to a board meeting. This wasn't to a costume party or anything like that. She dressed like this, wore this to a board meeting. Unbelievable. Yeah. So now here it says a video recorded by the neighbor's doorbell camera captured the shots and showed two men running from the scene, jumping in a white car and screeching off. Stubbs said she believes Henyard was behind the incident. Now let's take a poll. Do you guys think that Henyard was behind the incident, or do you think that this was just something that happened in the neighborhood? If you guys think that she's behind the incident, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't think that she's behind the incident, give me a thumbs down. You guys think that she was behind the incident or no? And real quick, shout out to everybody that's watching. We got 62 people watching and we got 84 likes. If everybody can bang on that like button and get us to 100, that'd be great. Also, if you guys haven't shared the stream, please take a moment and share the stream. Also, if you're watching and you're not subscribed, hit that bell icon and subscribe. Hit it twice. So now they refuse to give her the police report. Why did they refuse to give her the police report? One of the police officers' simp chips was activated. The simp chip was activated. No, we cannot give you the report. You mean to tell me we can't give you the report? Residents in the neighborhood are so afraid now to tell each other where they are going for outings and notify neighbors when they get home, Stubbs said. Henyard, a failed burger joint owner, she was a failed burger joint owner. I bet you she burnt all the beef patties up. She looked like she might not be able to cook that well. Shout out to Steven. Steven says, looks like the same white SUV at Gardner's break-in. What's Gardner's break-in, bro? I'm not familiar. Put me on the game. She burst into the spotlight for her antics as mayor, including dressing as the fictional drug kingpin Nino Brown from the 1991 crime classic New Jack City during a board meeting and having DJ blast Rihanna, "Bitch Better Have My Money" during the proceeding, which is interesting because she doesn't have anybody's money. Why, if you owe all these damn bills, if you about to get the police cars repossessed, why are you sitting up there talking about "Bitch Better Have My Money" when you literally don't have anybody's money? They need to be playing the song for her. She needs to pay the money. What she talking about? What's she talking about? Critics assert that she is running a fiefdom of fear, pulling licenses from businesses who refuse to contribute to her coffers and using local law enforcement as a personal intimidation force. So she's got her own simp enforcement. She's got her own simp enforcement. Oh, wow. So y'all see what Stephen Nimley said? Stephen said that they on this business, they clipped his locks when the police arrested him. The police are definitely corrupt here. They do anything this woman says. They sit around her and fan her with palm leaves, massage her feet and all that. You know what I'm saying? Thanks in part to Henyard's spending habits, the town of 20,000 is now millions of dollars in debt. She's destroyed this town's treasury. She's destroyed this town's treasury. Shout out to DSB, the 11th stream sponsor. Make sure you guys show DSB some love. Throw some radiation emoji in the chat, some ducks, some flames. Definitely appreciate you, DSB. DSB says a little something for always keeping it real, my warrior brother. Yo, I appreciate you, bro. I definitely appreciate you. Deneen said probably doing a little bit more than a foot massage. You think it might be some French ticklers involved, huh? Okay. I see you, Deneen. Oh man, that's hilarious. I can't with these people, man. I cannot with these people. Where do they get these people from, y'all? Where do they get them from? Mismanagement is so bad. That's what they need to name her. Her name needs to be Miss MISS Management. Instead of I'm the leader, I'm the leader, I'm the mayor, I'm the mayor. No, you're mismanagement. Ma'am, you're mismanagement. Oh, man. Dalton police cruisers are on the verge of being repossessed due to non-payments. Stubbs says she now watches her back around town and is hoping the pleas for help from the struggling village at some point will be heard. I just want to see justice done, Stubbs said. Man, that's crazy, man. This is crazy. And they got that corrupt judge in there, right? They've got that corrupt judge in there who stopped the recall. So that's why she's still mayor, because she was supposed to get recalled. But she insulated her position by putting a corrupt mayor in there. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to take a quick look at this. ABC 7, Chicago, and see what they talking about.
Tonight's special meeting was held here at a Park District facility because several village administrators say the mayor has locked them out of City Hall.
So as you can see, y'all ain't coming. If y'all don't agree with what I say, y'all ain't coming to City Hall. Y'all can't sit at no table with me. Y'all can't sit at no meeting with me. Lock them out of the City Hall. They're the councilmen and the aldermen. That's their job. This is ridiculous.
Tonight's special meeting was held here at a Park District facility because several village administrators say the mayor has locked them out of City Hall. It was a resolution meant as a revolt.
Calling for an investigation of Mayor Tiffany Henyard.
Welcomed by a raucous reception. 4 of Mayor Tiffany Henyard's 6 colleagues on the Dalton Village Board voted to ask federal investigators to pry into the actions and transactions of Mayor Henyard.
Has taken lavish trips with village staff and has caused the village to be in a multi-million-dollar deficit.
Henyard, they say, has used the village coffers as her personal piggy bank, while they say Dalton's unpaid bills have piled up.
I mean, how is that okay? How is this okay? Somebody help me out, man. Shout out to Val Williams. Make sure you guys show Val Williams some love with the $5 super sticker. Please throw some flames, radiation emoji, some ducks in the chat for Val. Definitely appreciate it, Val.
deadly sin to think that you could have lost 6 of your police vehicles. And when you lose the vehicles, you lose the police officers too. But she chose to keep her payments on her security detail.
We cannot survive like this with contracts continue to be entered without board approval. We have vendors calling us every day for non-payment.
Vendors are calling every day for non-payment. Every single day they're calling for non-payment. Shout out to Carla Locker with the $5 super chat. We got 13 stream sponsors, y'all. Definitely appreciate it. Make sure y'all show some love. Throw some radiation emoji in the chat. Throw some flames in the chat. Definitely appreciate y'all. We are moving forward. We are getting more views. Chat's getting bigger. They trying to make us move at turtle speed, but it's all good though, because ain't nothing stopping the train. Shout out to Mr. King. Mr. King said it's nothing but black folks in this town. So this is a predominantly black town. The city council people, if you ask me, they're doing the right thing, trying to get this lady out of here. And honestly, the next thing that they need to do is they need to work on getting that judge out of there as well. Would you guys agree? If you guys agree that they need to go ahead and get that judge out of there as well, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. And real quick, shout out to y'all. We got 64 people watching. And we got, let me see what we got. And we got 86 likes. We only need 14 to hit that 100. Let's hit that 14.
Detail. We cannot survive like this with contracts continue to be entered without board approval. We have vendors calling us every day for non-payment.
Residents who packed into this Park District room are furious.
We're in a $7 million deficit now.
Numerous Dalton business owners say they've been shuttered or denied permits since Henyard took office, like Lawrence Gardner's trucking company. Though the FBI won't confirm any active investigation, Gardner says he's been answering questions for months.
I've been talking to him periodically, and they said there was multiple agencies investigating Dalton and Mayor Henyard. So be patient.
For her part, Mayor Henyard accused colleagues of false allegations and filing multi-million-dollar lawsuits at taxpayers' expense. The village administrator said in part.
Now, let me ask you guys this question. How many of you all have heard about any of these lawsuits that have been filed against Tiffany Henyard? Does anybody know about any of these lawsuits? If you know about any of these lawsuits, give me a thumbs up. If you don't know about any of these lawsuits, give me a thumbs down. These lawsuits are extremely important because these actually finalize and put the icing on the cake to where we can undeniably classify her as a piece of shit.
Quote, the residents deserve better than this circus. In Dalton, Liz Nagy, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
So one of the lawsuits that happened, right? And I'm not sure if people know about this. If there's people from Illinois, from this area, they might know about this. But there was two families who were awarded $33.5 million in Simp Patrol misconduct lawsuit. Now, why were they awarded this money? This is one of the lawsuits that Tiffany Henyard don't want to pay. Now remember, this right here is one of the lawsuits that Tiffany Henyard does not want to pay. They've already been ordered to pay this. You know what I'm saying?
County jury has issued one of the largest police misconduct verdicts in Illinois history.
$33.5 million were awarded to two families in connection to a fatal police chase in Dalton back in 2016. Casey Cronus is live with more on this story. Casey?
Anthony and Sally, one man was killed and another was severely injured when Dalton police were pursuing the car they were passengers in back in 2016 during an attempted traffic stop. This all happened in October of 2016. 19-year-old John Kiles was ejected from the car and died when the driver lost control and collided with a dumpster and parked car. Another passenger, Dwayne Dunlap, suffered a traumatic brain injury and other life-altering injuries. On behalf of the families, attorneys with Lovey and Lovey sued the Village of Dalton and the Dalton police officers involved in that chase for wrongful death and negligence, among other misconduct claims. And last night, a jury awarded $33.5 million to those families, about $10 million for the family of Kiles and about $23 million for Dunlap to assist with his ongoing medical care.
I miss John so much. No amount of money could bring him back. I appreciate the jury.
Didn't bring back John Kiles, didn't make Dwayne Dunlap whole again, but signaled loud and clear with the magnitude of this verdict that what happened was wrong and unjustified.
We reached out to the Village of Dalton and the Dalton Police Department for their response to this verdict, but have yet to hear back.
Now, they probably didn't hear back because they probably on personal detail with Mayor Henyard. Fast forward, right, to today. Tiffany Henyard is still trying to make sure that this money doesn't get paid. Lawsuit asks court to order Dalton to pay the $33.5 million verdict to families of men deleted, injured in police chase crash. So the city's just not paying. We're just not going to pay. Even after they've already been ordered to pay, we're just not going to pay. Okay. Saying the Village of Dalton has been financially mismanaged into insolvency by scandal-plagued Mayor Tiffany Henyard, attorneys representing families of two men deleted in a police chase car crash have asked a Cook County court to potentially order the suburban village to raise taxes on residents to fund a $33.5 million jury verdict to that the families had won. Now, here's the thing, right? This is specifically the case that she was talking about. Y'all want me to raise the taxes? This is what she was talking about right here. Her simp patrol deleted two people, and she don't want them to be held accountable. Kiles was deleted and Dunlap was severely injured in 2016 when a vehicle in which they were passengers crashed after it was pursued in a high-speed chase involving Dalton police. The driver of the vehicle, identified as Demetrius Sorrells, who triggered the police chase when he allegedly skidded through a stop sign in Dalton. Sorrells was charged with reckless homicide and was sued by Kyle and Dunlap's families, along with the Village of Dalton. In August of 2022, a Cook County jury ordered the Village of Dalton pay the families $33.5 million. That verdict has been appealed. However, the families of Kyle and Dunlap say enforcement of the verdict has not been put on hold by the court pending appeal, as the village never filed a motion with the court to stay the verdict while the appeal plays out. The families of Kyle and Dunlap and their attorneys are seeking a court order known as a writ of mandamus to force the village to pay the families. The petition notes that under Illinois law, the verdict continues to grow larger as interest is tacked on. The complaint estimates that the payout increases by 6% annually, or more than $2 million each year that it remains unpaid. Now, I want you guys to pay very close attention to that, right? And this is what, and we got to bring this back to reparations. Because in any of the, this is what I keep telling everybody about net present value, internal rate of return, all of the financial time value of money calculations that are necessary in order to accurately calculate the amount of money over time. What is the amount of interest tacked on to how much reparations increases every year that it's unpaid? That's it. This should be being done. This should be being done, Carlton. That's the whole point. But if you criticize anything about what's going on currently, then you're going to automatically get coon shamed, or you're going to automatically get called off code when you're simply suggesting something. Hey, what about time value of money? Well, that must be something that you learned at that predominantly white institution that you graduated from. I mean, yeah, it is. And it's still money owed. I thought it was a debt owed. So with a lot of this stuff, a lot of this stuff, people are using these kind of things as means of attempting to control people, to control the language, to control the conversations, to also hide the fact that they don't know as much as they want to try to tell you that they do. Because time value of money is absolutely a thing. Compound interest is absolutely a thing. I guess you go into the white world, like when you go into the bank and they have, APY and annual percentage rates and all of that. And then you go into the black world and somehow it's just linear and like there's no appreciation or depreciation of monetary value. If you listen to a lot of these pro-black coons, that's what they'll tell you. But that's not how the world works. You know what I'm saying? So as you guys can see, you know what I'm saying, me and my idiocy, you know what I'm saying, white man education from a predominantly white institution that calculates shit the same as the back of a credit card that people use. You know what I'm saying? The complaint estimates that the payout increases by 6% annually. Now, my question is, in California or any place where they have these reparations proposals, who's tacking on the estimated amount? Because there should be an amount plus how this should work should be that there should be an amount. Prime interest should be the minimum amount. On top of prime interest, the consumer price index should indicate also an inflation rate that should be added on to the prime rate of interest. Then there should be something calculated in there to accommodate for the risk and what could be done with risk-free investments. That's how that should work. So this is my question to everybody. Every year that we don't get paid reparations, what's the percentage rate tacked on to the total amount of reparations that we're owed? Shout out to Carlton Wade. Carlton Wade said that guy at one of those reparations task force hearings said something about us being owed $500 million apiece. People laughed at him, but he was probably spot on. Yeah. What people need to start doing is people need to start suing these businesses into bankruptcy that are known to have held slaves. Start attacking the New York Stock Exchange legacy businesses. Get them out, destroy them. Destroy the New York Stock Exchange is what people need to start doing. And not stopping until they pay us reparations. Destroy it. Destroy. Destroy Ford. Destroy Chevrolet. Destroy Ohio Bell. Destroy ING. Destroy Chase. Destroy these companies financially. Take them out one by one. Destroy them brick by brick. We should make a calendar like how the conservatives are making calendars. Which business are we going to destroy today until we get our shit? will stop destroying financially, not burning stuff down, not cause to violence, financially, will stop financially destroying you when you start financially making things right. Lockheed Martin, the military industrial complex should be the next line of businesses attacked. Shout out to John Davis. What's good with it, bro? But check this out, though. Y'all see that? As soon as you start saying that stuff, look at the numbers. Now, I got a majority of black people that watch my content. It's not like a whole bunch of white people was watching this video and just got turned off because I started saying this stuff. Just saying. Just saying. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. It's not like I got a majority of white, or even 50% white subscribers that are watching my content. And they said, oh, I can't listen to. Nah, it wasn't them. So, yeah. Shout out to Carlton. The numbers drop. People getting scared, which is why you got to ask the question, do these people really believe what they be saying? The answer is no, bro. The answer is no. It's something to do on YouTube. It's something to watch, like sports. It's the new entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I agree. Shout out to William Arant. Let's go after these boule organizations that have been gatekeepers and blockers of progress too. I feel, yeah, I mean, we can go after them, but I think that the WS businesses should be the very first ones. Those should always be the first. If, in my opinion, those should always be the first. Yeah, but see, Carlton, this is what I'm saying. Carlton, you know what I'm talking about, bro. This is proof. This is the proof. And that's why I say, man, people need to really go and look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. Shout out to Val. Val, you all right. Your tablet dying, you know what I'm saying? It didn't make 20 people disappear. You know what I'm saying? You all right. But this is what I'm saying, though. These people, they want to be entertained. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. You want to be entertained. But just say that. Don't take yourself so serious. Because ain't nobody else taking you serious. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says, while the judgment is under appeal, the lawyers on behalf of the families say that the payment is endangered by a breakdown of governance within the village of Dalton. A breakdown of governance. How come Charlemagne the God didn't talk about that when he was on ABC? Isn't that what he says is going to happen if Trump gets elected? And I got to agree. That's the question, bro. Facts. I agree with you 100%, William. I ask that question all the time. What is there to be afraid of? If you ask me, there's absolutely nothing to be afraid of, bro. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? But we got a lot of imposters, posers. You know what I'm saying? It's a cosplay type thing. People get into their metaverse, you know what I'm saying? What do they call that? Man, what do they call that when LARPing? Yeah, LARPing. That's what they call that shit. It's motherfuckers on YouTube LARPing. Live action role play. You know what I'm saying? How many of y'all know what LARPing is? These people be out here LARPing, bro. Most people on YouTube are LARPing. You know what I'm saying? How many of y'all agree? If y'all agree that most people on YouTube are out here LARPing, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree and y'all don't think that most people on YouTube are out here LARPing, give me a thumbs down. They out here LARPing, man. They out here LARPing. That's what they doing. That's what they doing, man. So now here it says plaintiffs have a reason to fear that Dalton, if not ordered to take affirmative steps to marshal assets to satisfy the judgment, will continue to fail to pay, and that Dalton will dissipate and divert assets that might otherwise be available to satisfy the judgment. The complaint says, at the center of the controversy stands Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard. She also serves as supervisor in Thornton Township, where she earns a salary of more than $200,000 per year. For years, Henyard has stood as a lightning rod for complaints of misgovernance and mismanagement and accusations of public corruption and lawlessness in both Dalton and Thornton Township. How does she get away with this for so long? Shout out to AB. Who want to tell AB what LARPing is? It's an acronym. It's live action role play. Live action role play. It's like Fat Joe doing decades of gangster rap and then getting on Angie Martinez radio show and saying I lied in every single one of my raps. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. If there's ever a dictionary definition of LARPing, Fat Joe should be the person that's in the dictionary as someone who has successfully LARPed. You know what I'm saying? Another, I guess, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm not gonna go there. I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. For years, Henyard has stood as the lightning rod for complaints of misgovernance and mismanagement and accusation of public corruption and lawlessness in both Dalton and Thornton Township. Other village officials in Dalton have accused Henyard of misusing village police for her own personal security and of violating state law for refusing to fulfill lawful public information requests. Members of the Dalton Village Board of Trustees have accused Henyard of financial mismanagement, asserting she has regularly racked up charges of $50,000 per month on a village credit card with little explanation for the charges. What the hell was she spending $50,000 a month on? Surf and turf? Ladies and gentlemen, what was she spending $50,000 a month for? Trips. What did she spend all this damn money on? Somebody make it make sense. Columnist Ted Slowick in the Daily Southtown has asserted it is believed Henyard has commingled township and village funds and paying for gasoline for residents, continually throwing catered parties, spending big bucks on hair, makeup, photography, and graphic design for promotions like billboards that misspelled Thornton Township. Wow. 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 A report published by Illinois Answers and Fox 32 has further asserted that Henyard funneled thousands of dollars in taxpayer money to a private foundation that bears her name, but officially led by Thornton Township and Dalton Village employees. The foundation ostensibly supports survivors of cancer. The report further accuses Henyard of authorizing thousands more in specious expenses for a group bicycle ride in Springfield and for 2 ice rinks that were never authorized by the village board. I mean, like, does she not think that there's going to be a paper trail for all of this? Does she not think that people are going to be able to track her down? Like, you can't make this up. Last December, Illinois Attorney General Kwame Rao's office demanded financial reports from Henyard's purported charity, but those demands were not fulfilled by the deadline of January 12th, according to published reports. Published reports have also indicated that the FBI is looking into Henyard's management in Thornton Township. I bet you they spelled the name right. Yeah, she's out of control. Facts. If you guys agree with Deneen, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree with Deneen, give me a thumbs down. She's out of control. This is the idea, though. The idea is that who should have to control her? She's a modern woman. She's the leader. She's the leader, y'all. That's who they come to City Hall to see. Her, not you. She the leader. Y'all the city council that don't do nothing, remember? And on top of it, y'all black. Y'all black. Somebody needs to remix that on somebody needs to remix that the same way that they did TD Jakes. Y'all heard that TD Jakes remix? Oh man. She gonna be sounding like TD Jakes, man. She gonna be sounding like TD Jakes. When the feds interview her for the first time and she gets scared, man, she gonna be sounding just like TD Jakes. Oh man, how many of y'all heard that TD Jakes remix? If y'all heard it, give me a thumbs up. If y'all ain't heard it, give me a thumbs down. Oh my God. Oh, hey, shout out to DSB with the $1.99 super chat. Make sure y'all show DSB some love. Oh my goodness. Hold on real quick, man. I hope they don't copyright strike my shit for this. Y'all got to hear this first. Man, I hate whoever made this, man. Right, that's exactly what she got to do. She got to. The city been swallowed in corruption. That city's been swallowed in corruption.
Swallowed. Have you ever been swallowed?
swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelmed? Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you ever been swallowed? I would have been. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you ever been
Oh man, that's what happened when you got a mayor like Tiffany Dalton. You know what I'm saying? The city gets swallowed. Oh man, the city gets swallowed in corruption. It's gotten swallowed. Oh man. Man. Why? Why? Why, man? Oh my goodness, man. God, good Lord, that's hilarious. Hold on real quick, y'all. Hold on real quick, man. I done knocked something down onto the computer. It's stuck. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, hold on real quick. Hold on real quick, man. We got to bring it back. We got to bring it back. Let's see. Hold on. Man, I swear I hate whoever made this, man. I hate whoever made this. Who, Lord have mercy, man. My stomach hurt. This is what happened to Dalton. It got swallowed.
have been swallowed up? Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelmed? Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you ever been swallowed? I would have been. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you ever been swallowed?
Oh man, that is hilarious, man. That is hilarious, man. Good God, that's funny as hell. Yeah, Suede, the remix guy, he the one that came with that put your glasses back on. Oh man, the city of Dalton was swallowed. The city of Dalton was swallowed in corruption. It was swallowed. Oh man, he said I would. Oh man. Oh man. Oh. Whoo. Whoo. Lord. Lord, have you ever been swallowed? Oh my God, that is so funny. Oh man, who made that, man? Who made that? Whoever made that, man, they need to get beat down. They need to get beat down. Oh man, TD Jakes gonna come for Tiffany Henyard. He's gonna be like, my dear, you've been swallowed in evil. Have you ever been swallowed? Oh man. Oh Lord. Whoo. 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 Lord have mercy, man. That was funny as hell. Man, that was funny as hell, man. I can't even finish reading this shit. Y'all get the picture, man. Tiffany Henyard corrupt as hell. You know what I'm saying? Tiffany Henyard corrupt as hell, and she going to jail, and she probably going to get swallowed. She probably going to get swallowed. That's that's the question, bro. Why was he saying it like that? Why was you saying that like that, TD Jakes? TD Jakes, why was you saying it like that? His mind went to a place before his days of being a reverend. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He remembered that one shorty, and his mind went back there. He started thinking about it. He said, "Oh, have you ever been swallowed?" Oh man, that's hilarious, man. That is too funny, man. Damn. Woo. Lord have mercy, man. Let me shout out the stream sponsors, man. I keep telling y'all I ain't about to do these long streams anymore, man. And it's about to be 3 hours, but it's all good. I'm gonna clip some of this up, you know what I'm saying? And put it on the on the channel for you. Shout out to John with the $2 super chat. Make sure y'all show him some love. Shout out to Miss Nisi. Definitely appreciated Miss Nisi. Shout out to Wave. Shout out to Carlton. Shout out to Win Loser Rug. Shout out to Cutthroat Nash. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to John again. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Shout out to AB Promotions. Appreciate you, bro. Them super chats about to get swallowed. Shout out to Katsy with the 10 months of support. Shout out to DSB. Make sure y'all show DSB some love. Shout out to Val. Shout out to Carla. Appreciate it. And shout out to DSB again. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. All right. And as always, ladies and gentlemen,